You're listening to the Murder Speaks podcast, the show that spills the tea about true crime. Here's your host, Wendy Hinbest.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Murder Speaks. So today's real crime story is about 38-year-old Samira Frasch of Tallahassee, Florida. She was born in Madagascar, and she moves to France in her 20s to become a supermodel. In 2008, she meets Adam Frasch in a nightclub. Adam is a podiatrist with a multi-million-dollar practice in Tallahassee, Florida. So Samira stops modeling and decides to move to Florida to be with Adam. They get married in 2009 in Las Vegas, and they settle in Adam's home in a gated community called Golden Eagle. 2 years later, they had a baby girl named Hyra, and they start living their lives on camera. But soon, their marriage started to fall apart, and they start fighting. They have another baby girl, but that does not bring them closer. One day, Samira finds explicit texts on Adam's phone, and she attacks him. Adam presses charges, and he files an injunction against her and applies for temporary custody of their daughters. Samira hires a lawyer and gets temporary custody of her kids. She also begins divorce proceedings. It appears Adam does not want to give up on the marriage, but it looks like Samira is ready to move on without him. February 22nd, 2014, a maintenance man by the name of Gerald Gardner arrives for work at their house and finds Samira's dead body in the pool.
911 with the
Ma'am, can I get an officer out here to Golden Eagle? It's a lady laying in the pool, in her backyard in her pool.
Okay. Is she awake?
No, ma'am. She's dead. Oh, man,
Is there any way you can jump in and get her?
Well, ma'am, she been in there. I don't know how long. She completely gone. And I want y'all to come take pictures of it before I take her out.
Okay, I've got somebody coming. I just wanted to make sure that, we could try and get her help if we could, but you said she's completely gone?
Yeah, she did. She drowned. Somebody had to kill her.
According to the autopsy report, she died of blunt force trauma to the head and as a result of drowning. Gerald thought that was odd because Samira did not know how to swim, so she didn't like going in the water.
Did you hear anybody in the background or anything?
Nope.
Okay, so you don't know whether the kids were there or whether...
Well, yeah, the kids were with her. I heard her in the background because she was like, "Mommy, mommy, mommy." I heard her in the background. But after I hung up, I don't know what happened. And all I know is I went there this morning and I found her dead in the pool. And that is that's very strange, man. Because she couldn't swim. She always told her, I can't swim, so I don't play in the water and I don't play around. And she did.
According to the autopsy report, she died of blunt force trauma to the head and as a result of drowning. At first, Gerald Gardner is a suspect, but the police pull surveillance and see Gerald arriving when he said he did, and he called 911 only 9 minutes later. It appears everything he told police is true, so Gerald is cleared as a suspect. He tells the police information about Samira's and Adam's marriage and the problems they had. Adam becomes a suspect. Adam's friend, Kendall Lindsay, calls him and tells him his wife was found dead in the pool. He tells his friend that he'll rush home. He was with his daughters at his beach house in Panama City. The police locate Adam in Panama City and take him down to the station for questioning. He tells the police their marriage was good.
Mr. Frasch, did they read you your Miranda rights?
Yes, sir.
And you understand them?
Yes, sir.
That's right. You still want to speak with us?
Yes, sir.
How long had you said you'd been there for? How long? Staying there?
I'm spending the night probably a good month or so.
In the hopes of trying to work things out?
Yes, sir. And the
How was that
sheriff.
going?
It was actually Going pretty good.
And the night before Samira was found dead, she was drinking, and he had spent the night. He tells police that Samira had asked him if he can take their daughters out the next day to give her a break. He tells police that when he arrived home the next morning, Samira was in bed asleep. Adam's friend Kendall was questioned by the police. He tells the police that he and Samira hated each other.
Like the rest of them, so Davey, police is done. Davey money, homie's money. I work for her. She's coming up, of course, with his wife. She's like with him all that, but I could see through what she was doing. So, what is that? Overlooked.
And tells the police that Samira called him the previous day and accused him of stealing from her.
Listen to me, son of a... You took my stuff the day you and Adam are with me. I need my stuff back. Now I'm gonna show you. Are you laughing? You are people.
He tells police that the night Samira was murdered, he was at work. And the police confirmed his alibi, and his phone records put him far away from the murder scene. The toxicology report shows Samira had no alcohol in her body, but Adam told police that she was drinking the night before.
How much do you think she had to drink?
I would say close to a couple bottles of champagne.
By herself?
She's got such a low body weight that it really hits her more. If she drinks 1 or 2 glasses of champagne, she's nice and calm and even passionate and things like that. Good evening. If she drinks 3 or 4, I'm dealing with Jekyll.
She obviously had a lot of drink.
Yeah.
Did you become violent last night, that night?
Not really too bad. She was, actually we made love in the living room.
When you say you made love, you had sex?
Mm-hmm.
Texts and photos from Adam's phone show that he was involved with a few other women. A neighbor tells police that he saw a woman that looked like Samira loading some things in a black SUV in their driveway about 20 to 30 minutes before Samira died. But the neighbor got the date wrong. So Adam continues to be the #1 suspect. The police view surveillance footage of the night before Samira's murder, and it shows Adam leaving his car and approaching Samira's car, and it looked like they were arguing. The police analyzed Samira's cell phone. She had a video clip of Adam trying to run her off the road. The police question Adam about what he thinks happened to Samira.
What do you think happened?
I don't know. I'm worried that she may have tripped on the water hose that was out there. I don't know if I could even live with myself if she tripped on that damn hose.
There's inconsistencies in his story.
You sat up here and broke down I don't know how many times, and not one tear has dropped out of your eye yet.
But I've already teared out for 6 hours here, sir. I mean, if you know how much I love this woman, you would...
There's no doubt you will not hear me dispute that, but you know as well as I do that love brings about some crazy, impulsive reactions sometimes. Love will make a person do some crazy things.
Love her dearly.
Love her to death.
That term, that's not appropriate for you to say that.
November 7th, 2014, Adam is arrested and charged with first-degree murder. And in January 2017, the case goes to court. Adam pleads not guilty. Apparently, there was never any reconciliation between Adam and Samira. Samira filed for divorce and was about to be given the marital home, full custody of the children, and alimony. So Adam obviously had a motivation for killing her. She got a court order forbidding him from the property. Adam's DNA was found under Samira's fingernails. While in jail, Adam started talking about the case a lot. And he talked about the night Samira was murdered, the evening of February 21st, 2014, and admitted he and Samira got in a fight when she confronted him about the women he was seeing. The fight became physical, and Samira ended up unresponsive on the floor. He threw her in the pool to get rid of the DNA. The police think he placed her sandal in the pool under the hose to make it look like an accident. January 26, 2017. Adam Frasch is found guilty of first-degree murder and is sentenced to life in prison. Wow, what a story. This guy had a multi-million-dollar practice, and now he's going to spend the rest of his life in jail. And I feel so bad for those two little girls. They have to grow up without their mom. Such a tragedy. Thank you so much for joining me on this week's true crime story. If you like it, please share it. Sharing is caring. And if you are a true crime addict like me, check out my store, crystalkiss.com. That's Crystal with a K, for some murder merch. Start killing it with Crystal Kiss murder merch. Join me again next time on Murder Speaks. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks. Bye.